Okay, here I am. I want to chat with somebody here about Carleton Park. Whoops, I'll take a nice drink of water. There we go. And I just want to talk about a few issues here. Hello, how you doing?
Good, Charles.
And what's your name?
Wayne Tallon.
And you are?
The Director of Community Services for the City of Fredericton.
Okay, I always been a strong supporter of Carleton Park. And Carleton's Park been there. How long has it been there as a park?
That's a good question. I've been here 10 years, and it's been there for quite some time, so for many years.
Many years. And the Irving leased the land to the city for 99 years at $1 a year?
That's correct, exactly, yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen 99 years from now. What do you think?
Well, I don't know, Charles. I guess if I were still around 99 years hence, I would certainly be an advocate of keeping the park as a public place and for people to enjoy. It's a beautiful piece of property right along the St. John River. It has a beautiful boat launch that people take advantage of to launch their crafts and enjoy the river from the river. We also have, I believe it's about 4 acres of green space there, and it's open passive space for people to either picnic, sit around,
oh, yeah, it's nice.
play some frisbee, and so on.
And there's a washroom this year for the first time.
That's right.
Because of a lot of my whining and crying.
And consulting with me, yes, yeah. And I appreciate that. I always encourage people to come in and talk to me about things, and if I can help them out, I certainly do. And in this particular case, I was able to.
Yeah. A lot of people use it too.
A lot of people do use it, yeah.
So it'll be there next year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I love that word. Now, Carleton Park is in a terrible, terrible mess. The trees are destroyed, the lawn is destroyed. Why is that now? What's going on there?
Yeah, well, some of the trees, I guess, were the alders along the riverbank that needed to be cleaned out anyways. But what our Engineering and Public Works division are doing, they're installing a storm sewer pipe.
Do you need that there, right across the park?
Yeah, well, it's right now as new construction, it always looks bad because everything is torn up. But they partner with us, and then our Parks and Trees division will go in there and do some rehabilitation. We'll do some landscaping and return the property to its original state. Maybe the Irvings won't be too proud in 99 years from now when they see that. Well, the portion of that pipe is on city land, but there is a portion that goes through the park. But we've received approvals and permissions from the Irvings for the easement to run the pipe. So you don't see a condo in the middle of Carleton Park in 100 years from now? I mean, it's a lot of more people. Like there's a condo right now by the river, by the Tiger place. What's it called? Oh, the Giant Tiger.
Yeah, right
behind the NB liquor store there.
Yeah, there's a big condo. I know that there's two that started. So
that's right.
This is in the space of 5 years.
Correct.
So are we going to see more of that?
Well, those particular developments were on private property, so obviously,
they can do what they want.
They can do what they want. Well, with the exception of having to go through the development committee in order to make sure that the construction does comply to all of the rules and regulations of the city. But in the case of Carleton Park, it's public land. Mm. And so we'll try and protect that, as much as we can in perpetuity, and hopefully that future generations will see the park the same way as we do, as a valuable asset for the whole community to enjoy.
On the other side, the green, what do you call it? Green part? Not green part. What's it called? On the other side of the river, by the train bridge, on this side, by the green zone. You
mean Morel Park?
No, the green zone.
Oh, the green belt.
Green belt, is that what it's called?
Yes.
Right after the from the art museum.
From the museum down to Morel Park, along Waterloo Road.
Yeah. So we got the Robbie Bird statue.
That's correct.
They did it. They refixed it, the whole thing. Then we got a few history of the premiers, past premiers of this province.
Yeah,
you seen that?
Promenade of Premiers. Yeah.
You see that water fountain there?
Yes.
That is the most disgusting thing. There's
I'm glad you mentioned that
No.
because I've put money into our budget for next year to fix the.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a Three Muses and fountain, and as you know, right now we've got it covered. We always do that for the wintertime.
Of course, the homeless, that's where they stay. Okay, there's another one.
But no, we will be doing some repairs to it next summer. Yes.
Because there's a couple of drips here and there, and I said there's no life to it. Oh my God,
Exactly.
That looked terrible. So okay, so you shut me up. Any more things for this year that you're proud of that the city did?
Well, our Scotiabank Park South, I guess the construction of the Grant Harvey Centre is coming along quite nicely. And there's also a 6-court indoor tennis facility that will be built up on that property as well. And we're building the kids a nice BMX dirt bike trick park.
Oh, really?
On that property as well. And if you were up there, I was up there this morning actually, and the excavators doing some site work there now, and hopefully by next summer we'll have a nice little park for them.
You know anything about the elm trees here in the city?
As far as
taking one day to cut down an elm tree.
Well, we do. We still have Dutch elm disease. But
it takes a whole day to cut down a tree.
Well, because we have to be very careful. Public safety is the first thing that comes to mind, and
it was on the long weekend on a Monday morning. Nobody around.
Right.
It was on Queen Street, right by the sport museum.
Yeah.
But
also the workers themselves, Charles. They have to take their time because it is quite a complex piece of work, and in most cases we're dealing with hydro lines as well. It's a combination of many things, but the most important thing is that the tree comes down in a safe manner, and
everybody's safe.
And everybody's safe.
How many elm trees do we have here in the city? Do you know?
I don't know the answer to that. I know that we have 30,000 street trees that we maintain on an annual basis.
Really?
Yes.
Do you know how many we cut down this year? There was a little uproar there. You cut a few trees down.
I don't have that number right offhand, but we do submit a report to council every year, the Fredericton Tree Commission, and which gives them all of that data, the number of trees that have been cut down, for what reason they came down, and also how many trees have we planted. And in the last 4 or 5 years, we've been planting a lot more than we've been cutting. So. We take a lot of pride in that because we want to maintain a good canopy in the city because it's an environmentally thing to do, not only from the carbon monoxide that the trees will process, but also the shade. The shade is very important to us as well.
Oh yeah, especially when it's hot in the summer.
Exactly.
One final point. I'm planning to put all my videos. I got about 5,000 of them. And 200,000 pictures. My God, I gotta get a life.
Oh my God.
I know. Every time I think about it, I get depressed. Listen, people see this in 100 years from now. I plan to put it in the archives, in the provincial archives. They see this. What do you see Fredericton in 100 years from now? Final word.
Well, I think Fredericton will always be a city that is mostly government, being the capital of the province. And probably the knowledge base industry will be strong here in Fredericton, but also we have so many great facilities that I hope that sport tourism becomes one of the main industries of this city, because it's a city that is warm. And made up of citizens that have passion for their city, and I think it'll always stay within those parameters as far as I think.
And it's there's not too many cities that there's a reserve an Indian reserve right in the middle of it. A First Nation.
That's right. And
right in the middle of the city. So, I mean, we do have different cultures.
Absolutely. Very, very unique in that sense. And we're very fortunate that we have a strong relationship with St. Mary's First Nations. You know, as we provide them with infrastructure such as water and,
Yep.
and sewer, and also mutual aid as far as police and fire
Yep.
and so on, and we get along extremely well. It's very fortunate. Yeah.
100 years from now, I think it will still go on.
I think so.
Listen, merci beaucoup.
Bienvenue.
I appreciate it.
Bonne journée.